As you can probably guess, Chinese New Year is a very big deal to me and my family. Our last New Year's feast had 15 dishes. That was even more than at Thanksgiving. It always starts with 4 very important soups. Suk Mai Tong, or corn soup, represents gold, obvious from the color. It's creamy and sweet, and this was always my favorite as a kid. You've heard the New Year's greeting, Gong Hei Fat Choy. Fat Choy means great wealth, but Fat Choy is also the name of this hair-like seaweed in the soup. We always used to have shark's fin soup, but with the ethical and environmental concerns, my auntie replaced it with the equally significant Lotus Root Soup, Lin Ngao Tong. The last one, Chuk San Tong, or bamboo shoot soup, is the one that I want to talk about today. This was literally my grandma's chicken soup. The key to this soup is fresh bamboo shoots. You can, of course, use the canned ones, but the texture won't be the same. Luckily, fresh bamboo shoots are pretty easy to find here in Hawaii. Don Quixote has a whole bin of them. PoPo didn't just make this at New Year's, but all the time when I was a kid. Besides its significance, it was super comfort food. They've also got all the other ingredients which we'll need for this soup, except of course for the green onions, which I've got growing in my yard. Onions, green onions, and ginger are all very aromatic, so they're all going to give this broth such a wonderful fragrance. Since we're going to be simmering them for quite a long time, you don't even need to chop them small. They will mostly melt into the broth, or they'll be so tender they'll just melt in your mouth. For this pot, we're going to use a whole stewing chicken. I have to admit, I was a little nervous the first time I cooked a whole chicken. After all, different parts of the bird cook at different times and different temperatures. But when you're stewing it for a soup, it's not as big a deal. Just throw everything into the pot. Now to this, we're going to add a half cup of the ubiquitous Nước Mắm, the backbone of all Vietnamese dishes. As well as a half cup of Siu Hing Jiao, the hidden hero of Chinese dishes. The aroma of these two combined, along with the chicken stock, will take your head straight to the clouds. Gently stew the chicken for about an hour and a half until it's tender enough. But this is important. Every half hour or so, you have to skim off all the fat, foam, and scum that comes to the surface. You want this soup to be very ching, meaning clean and clear. Now, once the chicken is tender enough, take it out and let it rest for about half an hour until it's cool enough to handle. Then, we can work on dismantling it. Start easy by chopping off the wings and the legs. Once you do, you can imagine that they're just pieces you got at KFC, and they're not so intimidating. Once you've gotten all of the meat off the bone, tie the remains up in a cheesecloth or spice bag. We're gonna keep stewing them in the pot to give our soup even more flavor. Then, you can just tear off a big hunk of the breast meat and start shredding it like for chicken salad. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty with this. Now, on to the star of this dish, the bamboo shoot or chuksan. bamboo shoots are such a significant symbol in Chinese culture. Bamboo lasts a long time, so it is a symbol of longevity. It bends to withstand the strongest wind that even topples bigger trees, so it's a symbol of flexibility and adaptability. It's even strong enough to be used as scaffolding, so it's also a symbol of strength. To be honest, I'm not really sure why PoPo would always add olives to this dish. You don't really think of olives as Chinese or Vietnamese ingredients, more of a Mediterranean one. I'm guessing that it was a similar substitute for something she would have had in China. But PoPo always added black olives after rinsing them off, and they always added such a nice texture to the dish. So olives, bamboo shoots, and the chicken bones all go back into the pot to simmer for another couple of hours. The longer the bones simmer, the tastier your stock will be. If this is chicken noodle soup, then you gotta have noodles. But rather than pasta shaped like the alphabets, I'm gonna go with more delicate and supple rice noodles. In Vietnam, right across the border from my Goong Goong's hometown, this dish is called Bún Măng. Măng is bamboo shoot, and bún are the thin Vietnamese rice vermicelli. But actually, PoPo and I always prefer the texture of the even thinner Japanese somen instead. They're even more slippery and soak up the flavors even more. So when I make this dish, I always use somen. Just don't overcook them or they'll get too soft and mushy. Long noodles also represent long life or longevity. And that's it! My PoPo's Bún Măng, or bamboo shoot noodles. Juk San Tong Min. The other reason that we have this soup at Chinese New Year's is because the word to wish someone something in Chinese is chúc. So, chúc nei san nin phai lok means to wish you a happy new year. The word for bamboo is chúc sun. Chinese love homonyms and wordplays, so this is really a bowl full of good wishes for the new year. With the beautiful crunch of the bamboo shoots and the savoriness of the chicken and those wonderful slippery noodles, it already fulfills a lot of my wishes. Actually though, on ordinary days, when PoPo would make this soup for me, it wasn't with somen or bún. PoPo would actually serve it with ordinary elbow macaroni. And somehow, having it that way is just super comforting. Just what the little kid in me wants. Chúc你新年快樂，恭喜發財. Until next time, Choy Keen and a hui ho.